How's everybody doing? It is Big G Plays here, and today we are going to be doing, I'm not doing a gaming video, but I am doing a review video on a game that I've played a long time ago called Life is Strange, because just a few days ago they dropped a trailer for Life is Strange Season 2, which is going to be, the first episode is going to come out on September 27th. Now, for the people out there who don't know what Life is Strange is, Life is Strange is a story-driven, choice-based game where you play as a girl named Max Caulfield, or in this case, the girl you see in front of you right now, and you play in a small town setting called Arcadia Bay. And Max, she has a special gift. That special gift is she can rewind time, or in this case, control time. And throughout the game you encounter dangers and stuff like that, kind of from what you see here. This is like her seeing something or like that, but you encounter dangers and stuff, and you have to be able to use your powers to either prevent the danger from happening, or somehow kind of stop it or prevent it. Either way, you're just doing something with time travel, and it's a very good game because it really got it got Game of the Year. It got the Game of the Year award because it was so good and it was amazing. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is how I want to talk about how the game is getting renewed. The game is getting renewed for a second season from what I just said a few minutes ago. And the game is going to be, I don't know, they didn't give us a lot of information. The only information they gave us was that the game is going to pick up a couple years after the ending of Life is Strange Season 1. And whatever you chose in that ending, if you chose to sacrifice Chloe or to save Arcadia Bay, it will pick up years after that event. So it will be reading your game data from what you chose, and it will be continuing after that. I don't know. That's all I heard, because I know they had an E3 panel for Life is Strange, but I know that's all they have said. But one of the things I really want to point out in the season 2 trailer was the fact that you had a book bag, an old book bag. At first I thought it was supposed to be a message, kind of like how it was an old little book bag, kind of tore up. You had it was scratched up, tear. And it kind of thought, at first when it came to me, I thought it was supposed to be your past, in a sense, kind of high school is now past you. You're now an adult. You're not a child anymore, so you're going to be dealing with a lot more things. But then at the same time, usually most of the topic in Life is Strange is usually talking about either three things: time travel, well, not time travel, but supernatural, traveling, and pictures, because that's a lot of things you hear in the game in season 1. Mostly the most you usually hear is traveling and pictures. You might hear some things about the supernatural. Well, of course you're gonna hear things about the supernatural because it's the character you're playing as has supernatural powers. But it's just, it's kind of like that. But let me go ahead and get on the topic of what I'm going to talk about today. The thing I was talking about is my expectations, or what I want to see in the new season of Life is Strange. And one of the things I wanted to see is I want to continue the story with Max, in a sense, because they said there was going to be new characters and you might not play as Max. I don't know, but they said there was going to be new characters, and one of those new characters that we get to see is Captain Spirit, or in this case Chris, from the new game or DLC or whatever you want to call it, the Adventures of Captain Spirit. And we're gonna see him in there, because if you play the game The Adventures of Captain Spirit, remember this is a spoiler review, so let me just go ahead and say that it's spoiler. But towards the end of the game, sorry, I'm getting the names confused again, but Chris, he gets the ability of, I don't know if it's flight or telekinesis, but he does get the ability to do one thing. But I'm assuming it's telekinesis, because throughout the DLC, you see Chris, he'll do things with his hands, like he'll be trying to turn on the TV, or he'll try to close the door with his like mind and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what it is, telekinesis or flight, but you do see him like fall out of a tree, and like right before he hit the ground, he stops in midair and he slowly floats to the ground. And like that's something that I'm assuming that's gonna have something to do with season 2. I don't know, but it's kind of iffy. But here's one of the things that I really want. I'm hoping that they bring back not the time travel element, because depending on, like I said, depending on what you choose at the end of season 1 of Life is Strange is going to carry on into season 2. So like if you do choose to save Chloe, you still keep your superpowers, but if you choose to save Arcadia Bay, you lose your superpowers. So I'm assuming that like it's gonna be more focused around Chris, because of the fact that he got telekinesis and that you saw him fly and stuff. And you know, I feel like that's how it's gonna be based around, or it's gonna kind of be based around like that. That's how I'm assuming it's gonna be based around Chris, because Chris, he's kind of like, in a sense, he's kind of like Max, because Chris, he does have his own problems too. He's very like not shy, but he is very like, you know, out there. Like he's very playful. He got that childlike spirit, kind of like. And I'm assuming that the next season is gonna probably be based around him, but you are gonna see like cameos of old characters. Like you might get to see Max, or depending on if you decide to save Chloe, you might get to see her in the next season, or you might get to see like Principal Wells, or the students that once went. Because I remember I said this takes place years in the future. Season 2 takes place years in the future. So I'm assuming you're gonna see like some more adult, like see like your favorite characters as adults in a sense. So you might see them as adults. I don't know, but that's how I'm assuming it's gonna be.
Just relax. Stop.
You might see them like as adults out of high school. Because think about it, like if the last game was in like 2015 and the next one, season 2, is gonna be in 2018. Like I'm assuming she's a sophomore, or she's either a sophomore or a junior. So 4 years later, she'll probably be already out of high school and probably be an adult, or probably be in college. I don't know. But one of the things I'm hoping that they work on in season 2 is the story, because the story in season 1 was beautiful. It was perfect. I genuinely cried at some points. Like literally, I really don't cry at a lot of like game moments and stuff, but season 1 of Life is Strange had me crying, and I was in love with it, and I was like astonished. And then when season not season 2, but the DLC for season 1 on Life is Strange Before the Storm came out, or in this case the prequel, where you played as Chloe, the story in there was kind of horrible, because you had the story was everywhere, and it really didn't make no sense, because the story was supposed to be about Rachel Amber and her relationship with Chloe, and it never focuses on that. It mostly focuses on Rachel Amber's relationship with her parents and her life. It never focused on the relationship between Chloe and her. So that's how I kind of feel like they messed stuff up. That's why I'm hoping in season 2 of Life is Strange is better than season 1. I hope they improve on some things, and I hope they bring back some old aspects. And be truly honest, I can't wait. I just can't wait, because like even though it's like a couple months away, I really can't wait. Because here's the thing, I am a big fan of games like this. I'm a big fan of Telltale, Square Enix, and stuff like that. So games like this I love, and I cannot like live without, because like the choices that you make in these games are so amazing. The like it's just the game as a whole. The whole Life is Strange universe is amazing. You have amazing characters, amazing like amazing story, and even though like the characters are like, even though the art style and all that is kind of like cartoonish, it really captures you with the story and the characters, so you really don't even care about how it looks. It's kind of like that game, that computer game, I Saw Her, but she was a zombie, even though it was just a like eye or a little like stick figure, you still loved it because you got caught in with the story. And that's why I feel like most people are probably going to love this, and I am going to love it. But yeah, so let's see, another thing I wanted to talk about is the antagonist. See, all we got from the trailer was a book bag and the words stitched on there, "Life is Strange." But from somewhat, we hadn't got like no character reveals, no like characters coming back. We hadn't heard none of that. The only thing we know is that it's going to be a continuation of that Captain Spirit DLC, and it's also going to be a continuation in Max's story. And it also is going to include some old characters from Life is Strange Season 1. So that's why it's kind of set up like a little differently. I'm assuming it's going to be set up like that, but that's all I know for now. If new information do come in, I will be talking about it on the channel, but all I know for now is that we're getting a new game on September 27th. I don't know when it's coming out. I know, like, if you're like me, you have a Steam account, I know it's probably gonna come out like early that morning. I know a lot of times Steam, when they get new games coming in, they come out like early, like around 1 a.m. and like 1 a.m. and stuff. So I know it's probably gonna be out around then. So I might play it. I don't know. Like me, I might play it. I don't know, but you know, it's months away. So things might change. The date might get delayed, or it might get bumped up early. I do not know. But until then, we'll just be stuck with the information of those, like the backpack, Chris, the return of Max, and the return of some old characters. That's the only things that I can leave you with now. So so far people has already been theorizing about what's going to be happening, and like I'm telling y'all now, I'm really telling y'all now, don't fall into stuff like that. Don't sit there and fall into like these like theories and stuff. Like, don't sit there and like fall into stuff like that. 'Cause I know that kind of happened to me with Mortal Kombat X when they kind of revealed that Mortal Kombat X was going to so-called be released at E3, and it wasn't, and I was really sad. But like, it was my fault because I kept on playing into these like theorists and these people games. So I'm just saying, I'm just telling y'all, if y'all see someone else talking about this, don't play into it as much. Like, you can still listen to what they got to say, but don't play into it if they're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be released, yada yada yada. Just go with not what I say, because you don't even have to believe me if you want to. I'm just saying, just don't believe them. Just kind of I'm not saying don't believe them. I'm not saying don't go and hate on them. I'm just saying don't let their theories like change your thought on the game and when it's coming out and all that. Just let the professionals, or in this case, the people who are making the game, give you the information. We're just here just to give you our thoughts on it. But until next time, this has been Big G Plays, and I'll see you all in the next video. Love you all, and bye-bye. 2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees.